You're tuned into K.I.L.L. Dead Air Radio, transmitting to you from Munger's Mills.
The Logos, being the pure, unmanifested chaos of reality, exist in a pure white hole, whispered as Paul. However, every few millennia, the ripples and frequencies of the Logos manifest themselves into the molecular structures of man. The beginning of the war of time out of mind began with one of these manifestations, Mr. Tree and Mr. K.I.L.L. Two avatars to the collective unconscious of the Logos. Mr. Tree was the collective molecules of frequency manifest from the Corduroy King, and Mr. K.I.L.L. was the manifestation of the Logos Man. So arrogant were these two psychonauts that they believed they could rewrite the polarity of reality, and in doing so, tried to eliminate the negative energy beings known as the Chaos Affiliates, sworn enemies of the Logos. The idea seemed sound: eliminate the horrors of the Chaos Affiliates and peace would reign. However, the resulting turmoil led to the war of time out of mind. This would be a war to end all wars, killing off entire species of loyalists to the Logos, like the ancient cosmic space crows. Their corduroy jungles were burned to the ground by the chaotic and dark giants, the No-Man, who found a similar fate at the hands of Mr. Tree and Mr. K.I.L.L, using their ultimate solution, mice. M-I-C-E, mutated, intensified chemical element, was the manufactured by the Psychonaut scientists and released across the astral poles through a Eurasian psychic oscillator. The chemical elements intensified the hostility and violence instead of killing off the left-hand path of negativity. The transmissions targeted all life forms. Not even the great cosmic balancer, ascended Master Barker of the Lounge, could stem the bloody tide. Millions died, and when the war ended, Mr. Tree and Mr. K.I.L.L retreated to a prison hole that had once been created by the collective as a Psyche Tree Lounge. This lounge was manifested to help psychic beings recover from battle. But instead, secretly knowing what they had done, the partner psychonauts vanished, never to be heard from again. It is inside this pole that they still sit, Mr. Tree ignorant as a child of the events that time, Mr. K.I.L.L aware of what their manifestations had done through the psychic oscillator, and how it had affected the Logos universe, both beings tortured for eternity. The war of time out of mind. After hearing something that depressing, I like to space out for a little while. What better soundtrack to space out to than one created by the Logos Man himself? Track 11. Anunnaki. Enjoy.
Letter section! This just in from the mailroom in the monkey room behind the closet. Toilet talk. I'm just your average top-of-the-line cooler brand K-3658-47 Highline Comfort Height 2-piece elongated model toilet with a left leverless seat, 1.28 GPF. I average 4 out of 5 stars in customer service reviews through Amazon.com. So when I tell you I'm a toilet with experience, you'll believe me. I'm a classic white. My brethren also come in blue, red, gray, and dark brown for the messier locales like restaurants, public restrooms, you know the type. Just because I was manufactured white, don't let my stains fool you. And don't think that because I'm white that I don't sympathize with my colored brothers and sisters. It's just that in a world of toilets, white is king. Enough about me. This story is about love. Lost love. As a commercial-grade residential toilet, one always dreams to be placed in a good home with a clean, caring family. This was my dream as well, and I was blessed enough to get just that home on my first purchase. A single young female by the name of Roxanne, just like the wonderful old police song, Roxanne! You don't have to put on the red light, Roxanne, because your little tush is just so sweet. It nestles into my seat opening like so those buns were made for it. Fits like a glove. The day that Roxanne picked me off the shelf at Ace Hardware and had me installed in her beautifully tiled bathroom, the encounter was love at first blush. But alas, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is a story about lost love. We had 3 great years together. Roxanne coming to me day and night, dropping gifts into my opening, flushing me down with such ease. And then one night, the bathroom door lights flashed. A stranger was standing there, a male stranger. He stumbled forward on twitching legs. He looked as though, oh God, he looked sick. Oh, or drunk, or even worse. Oh, sick and drunk. As he fell forward, tossing up my toilet lid and dropping his scruffy, greasy face into my private opening. An opening meant only for Roxanne. I felt the warm rush of something foul pour through those lips. The liquid and solid vomit sloshed across my private, pristine orifice like waves on a beach. A second rush hit the porcelain vase like a tidal wave. After a couple more dry heaves, the man I grew to know as Kevin sat on the tiled floor, leaning against me, wiping vomit off his chin. Oh, sweetie, Roxanne said, as she appeared in the open door wearing only a slip. I was saved. My love was here to rescue me from this intruder. She would clean me up, love me, I thought, dumbly. Instead, she knelt down in front of this Neanderthal who had left a night's dinner and booze in my floating insides. She kissed him. You hear me? She kissed the damn fool. Helping him to his feet, she walked him out of the bathroom, leaving me in such a state of filth. I couldn't believe it. They didn't even offer me the dignity of sulking in the dark. The bright fluorescent lights shone down like accusing wardens' eyes. You can probably imagine what happened next. I sat with the filth floating and congealing in my insides with flecks of spit and vomit on the rim of my open orifice all night. Those fluorescent lights never allowed me the solace of darkness. Things got worse. Not long after the vomit event, Kevin moved in. The guy must have been a woodsman because when he sat on my seat, there was a forest of hair, not to mention the foot-long logs he dropped in my orifice. The guy must have also worked next to TNT plant because the fumes coming off those logs stunk like nuclear bombs in a fallout. I was terrified of toilet radiation. Condition red! Condition red! I wouldn't belabor this story any much further. Suffice to say, Roxanne grew to love this toxic logger, leaving yours truly in the dust, literally, collecting dust and human hair and urine from old Kevin. The guy couldn't hit the broadside of a nuclear missile silo with his urine stream. You might say, poor model K-3658-47 Highline. But, you know, despite Kevin moving in and slowly deteriorating conditions in the bathroom I live in, I still have Roxanne with her perfectly fit buns and her pink parts. Maybe someday, if she and old log-laying Kevin decide to squeeze out a little turd, meaning a baby or two, Roxanne's buns might expand, but for now they fit nice and tight in my open seat, and I'm happy to have them. Ain't love grand?
After a dirty, filthy letter that horrible, I like to float away in the sands of time. Listen to this little track and meditate on what you just heard about the poor old toilet talk. Lost love, floating in the sands of time.
I do not know where I am from. Somewhere in the outer west, floating in the black, a pinprick of light gradually grew bigger, sparking my consciousness. Gravity broke into a fireball, a flame of primal chaos, life-giving, life-holding. My appetite tearing me apart. desert heat, Pharaoh, They worship me as a god, 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 me as a god. I ate and drank their blood. I was never from this world. Not alive, not alive, not alive. Something in between. I slipped through the years, walking across the past of time.
Well, that about wraps it up for this transmission. Closing off the lights here at the old K.I.L.L dead air radio station, Munger's Mills. See you boys and gals on the flip side. Enjoy those astral poles tonight and be safe. Stay warm and love your loved ones.